We are now singing from hymns ancient and modern, number 358. What ye winds, what ye, oh what a friend we have in Jesus.
When this lousy war is over, more soldier in for me. When I get my civic clothes on, oh, how happy I shall be. No more church parade on Sunday, no more putting it for me. I shall kiss the sergeant major. We all miss him while we
Now let us now, thy servants, depart in peace, according to thy will. Dismiss.
What boy? I didn't know it was on the wall, on the wall. I didn't know it was on the wall, on the wall. Oh, wash it in the wall, that you wash your dirty doctor in, and I shall be washed, and that the wife was on the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Wash me in the water, that you wash your dirty doctor in, and I shall be washed, and that the wife.
Let not their sacrifice be in vain.
Thus grant us fair weather for tomorrow's attack, Lord, that we may drive the enemy into the sea.
Oh Lord, I beg you, do not let this dreadful war cause all the suffering that we have prepared for. I know you will answer my prayer.
Has been a great success. Fighting has been severe, but that was to be expected. Some delays were encountered along the Menin road, but the ground is thick with enemy dead. First reports from the clearing station state the casualties are light, a mere 60,000, mostly slightly wounded of course, and the wounded are very cheery indeed.
Oh well, it'll be good farming country after.
If there's any of us left to see it.
Throw the water on my knee, Doc.
I'll fix you up with another hand later.
On my knee, I said, sir.
No! I want this trench cleared off and off! Get doggy! A letter from Snowball to Douglas.
Water and mud are increasing and becoming horrible. The longer days when they come will be most welcome, especially to the officers who say that the conditions are impairing their efficiency. The other ranks don't seem to mind as much.
No, well, what is it I'm going under?
Oh, he's worse than old Fred, he is.
Yeah, whatever happened to old Fred?
He got sucked under, he did.
No, he went sick.
No, he got sucked under, mate.
He went sick.
No, they went under.
Oh, I bet you were afraid he went sick.
Oh, hang on, don't be daft. Hang on. You gotta lose your liver, your lungs, your lungs.
You watch your bloody mouth, Sonny. Everything points to a complete breakdown in enemy morale. Now is the time to hit the hunt resolutely and firmly. I understand that the Prime Minister has been asking questions about my strategy. I did not believe that a British gentleman could be so ungentlemanly.
Thank you for the copy of the Times. I'm glad that in spite of it all, it's still a victory. It does not seem so here. The butchery, the men look so appalling when they are brought in, and so many die, whether unsettled. They were summoned from the hillside, they were called in from the grand, and their country found them ready at the stirring call for men. Let no tears add to your hardship as the soldiers pass along, and although their hearts are breaking, let them sing this cheering song. Keep the home fires burning, while their hearts are yearning. Though the lands are far away, they dream of home. There's a silver lining through the dark clouds shining. Turn the dark clouds inside out till the boys come
What do you think, the mutiny? You think that it is stupid to go into the trenches again? You do not think you obey. If you refuse, you will be shot. We follow you like lambs to the slaughter. Oh, like lambs to the slaughter. For the glory of France. Honorable! final night is celebrating her 18th... to get straight before we finally go off and do some nasty things tonight. First of all, we have to thank our backstage, particularly our producers, directors, and ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mary Fennell, Miss Mary Fennell. Miss Mary Fennell, last call for Miss Mary Fennell, please. Never mind. Another member of our cast, or half member of our cast, Mr. Carl O'Crohol. Most of all, Mr. Philip Fogarty, who made the whole thing possible. And yes, also, Mr. Tom Gimlin. And also, despite the fact that they couldn't really outdo us, we'd like to thank the choir here. And also, one last thing, I know you're bored and you want to go home, but never mind, Miss Mary Fleming. Yes. And just before you really get tired, and want to go home, we'd like to thank all backstage helpers, Miss Connie, Miss Grant, Miss Coffey, and many others. And we'd also like to thank the sound system who made the sound in the show really great. And the lights also.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we let the cast off the stage, there is one group that Cormac did not thank, and I think it is my pleasure to thank tonight. And that group are the cast themselves. On behalf of the directors, I would like to say that the cast on stage and indeed the orchestra and all concerned with this production were very easy to work with and a pleasure to work with. And we say that in all sincerity. They were dedicated to the production. They even came in for the rehearsals in the evening, reluctantly sometimes, but came in. And I'd like to particularly thank tonight, as Cormac has already done, the stage crew and the lighting crew, which is a very difficult task, and they did it extremely well. You may think that all the people that are sitting down here are the orchestra and the orchestra pit, but in fact there's one man who was fully responsible for the slides that you saw all through the show and did it extremely well, Conor Allen. Thank you. During the interval last night, one of the audience was talking to me, and he described this production as one of the most professional that he has seen in a long time. I think that's a great compliment to the cast. Only this evening, a member of the audience said to me that he had seen the show in London when it was first produced, and he enjoyed tonight's show even more than that one. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the audience who have come to support us here over the last few nights. I know that 62 members of fifth year actually were on the stage tonight, and that does not include the orchestra, the backstage crew, the lighting crew, people who sold programs. Over 99% of fifth year were involved in this year's production in one way or another. So our thanks to them. Clearly, a lot of fifth years tonight must be extremely tired. So tomorrow morning's classes for fifth year have been cancelled. That means when you're fully rested, we'll see you back here at 2 o'clock. To all of you, good night, thank you, and God bless. Thank you very much.